I have a lot of creative energy, and just making jewelry for dogs feels so rewarding.
I feel like I didn't even know that dog jewelry was a thing.
Totally a thing. It's like kind of weird, but kind of perfect.
It's so interesting.
I'm sorry, guys. We actually don't allow hats in the dining room.
You know, because I've heard of doggy sweaters and even doggy booties, but never...
Logan, your hat. I think he wants you to take it off.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Sure.
Oh!
Huh?
No!
Oh, God. Oh, God.
What the fuck? What are you doing here? How are you getting here? I am mad. I will swing this bat at you.
We give advice, you guys. Please don't kill us. I just want to help you with your balding.
Oh. I'm listening.
For most guys, dealing with hair loss can be really, really scary. We're going to show you how to lose your hair without losing your manhood.
You guys are weird. I'm going to... You guys want some water?
Rule number 1. For most guys, the hardest part about balding is admitting that you have a problem. Whether you're losing your hair or compulsively stalking Chad Michael Murray at the Starbucks by his house in Brentwood. Help is out there. Right, Rogaine and Propecia are very helpful drugs, but you have to use them when you already have hair. The sooner you start, the better. Just ask this doctor.
Well, I am noticing a little thinning here on top. I'd probably start you on...
I'm sorry, you're confused.
Oh.
I'm not bald.
Doesn't Propecia have, like, all those sexual side effects?
Well, very few patients...
You know what? We're good. Thank you so much for coming. Mosey on home. Thank you. Well, some men do suffer from sexual side effects. Most guys can totally get a boner while they're using it.
I use Propecia. My boners are amazing.
I would love to see that.
Sure.
Just remember to always speak with your doctor before making any big decisions. A real doctor, a qualified doctor who can actually talk about these kinds of things and not some quack that we found on the street.
Well, I am head of dermatology at UC.
Get out!
Top of the morning there to you. Oh, you want to play some stickball? How are you? Scooby-Doo-Bop-Bop-Bop-Boo-Scooby-Doo-Bop-Bop. I hate myself.
Trying to cover up the fact that you're balding only brings more attention to the fact that it's happening. If you think this is noticeable, it's even worse when you try to use powders and spray paints to cover up your bald spot. You may think that all we want is an overflowing waterfall of hair. Yeah, I mean, that looks really good. But the truth is, we just want you to own your head. Don't forget, a completely shaven head can be totally sexy, too. So sexy. Why do you think A-list celebrities like Vin Diesel, Jason Statham, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson opt for the no-hair route anyway? You might as well use the opportunity to hit the gym and get jacked. Totally, nothing is sexier than a confident, built, beefy, bald guy. Am I right, Nat? Nat? No. Allie? No, seriously. Okay, I'm done now. You have plenty of options when it comes to dealing with hair loss. Just admit it's happening. Don't try to hide it. And whatever you do, own your baldness. Because balds have more fun.
So tell us your name and what you do at GQ besides be handsome. What's the difference in the reactions you've gotten since you grew your hair long and since you started bunning?
I feel like there's a general good reaction to the man bun. I think it's definitely having a moment. I don't like when you have like the stray hairs on the bottom and the back, so I'll make sure that you get a hand sweep for that. And then I kind of try and figure out the degree of man bun. You don't want it to be too high or too low, so you know you want to find like a good medium for your head. Like if you pull too tight, I think you create some little bumps, and you know you don't want those.
You need a midway tension.
Definitely.
This is all news to me. I'm enjoying this.
Make sure you grab as much as you can. Wrap it twice, and then on the third time, you kind of do the swoop with the extra tail. A problem I find is when I wash it, it's really, really frizzy.
Yeah, totally.
So I use this V76 Bond. It's just a styling cream with medium hold. It takes away some of that frizz. So I'll probably wash my hair twice a week. And the dry shampoo's for maybe if I miss a wash. It just gives it more volume and takes away some of that like greasy shine, breaks up the oil in your hair. So it does feel a lot better. It feels a lot healthier during the day and even after you put it in.
Do you always wear the rubber bands?
I try and have one in the hair and then one on hand in case that breaks.
Jace, I'm learning about the man bun wave of the future. There's a lot of good information here. Thank you.
No, thank you.
All right, guys, that's it. If you got any style questions for GQ, leave them in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Guys, if you want to transform your style easily, quickly, and cheaply, change your hair. I'm GQ style editor Will Welch, and these are the hair product secrets of GQ staffers.
I grabbed my trusty comb, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to like find a parting, which is something that I know to do because I've seen my barber do it. The reason I really like lay right is because it is very, very strong, and if you have hair like mine, which is very, very wavy and thick, it does a really good job holding it. But it washes out with just water. It's not like greasy.
Now, are there any like funky spots on your head that you have to watch out for? Like,
yeah, it's mainly funky spots.
do you run your fingers through your hair through the day, or you kind of don't touch it once
No,
it sits?
I actually do one more. I do one more thing, which is that I comb it again. This is why it sort of like looks a bit like a rockabilly.
You don't carry that comb in your pocket all day, do you?
I definitely do not carry the comb
Like
in my pocket.
switchblade style?
Yeah, me and my biker gang, like just we meet up down by the corner and just
Flip your combs.
You know, it will look like this for the rest of the day, which is a good thing. And I think the reason I like it is because it is very low maintenance.
Right.
It's clear, so it's a little hard to see, but I sort of rub it on my hands.
You get a healthy portion. On your hands.
I do. They say that it should be, you know, like about a dime or a nickel, but I go for more of a Susan B. Anthony dollar.
And then I just run it all through my hair like this. Really try to get deep down into the roots of it. If there's any left on my hands, I've messed it up.
I take a comb and I use the fat end of the comb, and I like to part it a little more than I'm comfortable with. Naturally, it would be down here, but I sort of brought the part in. From here, I sort of go simultaneously back and up.
The problem is you get these kind of flyaways right in there.
So you gotta sort of tame those, and as soon as you get it, you gotta leave it. It takes no time, but it looks like I made an effort.
The guy that cuts my hair actually like puts putty or some sort of paste in my hair, but it's a little bit heavy. It looks great when he like does it in the salon, but then when I leave, it starts to fall forward. So I have to
Like a
keep,
sad willow tree.
Yeah, I have to keep pushing it back.
Right,
you know?
right.
So this one, it's a pomade mousse, so it's a little bit lighter and it's easier to like work into the hair. Just kind of rub it between my hands and then start like putting it in where the front, where it's really heavy. My hair tries to go that way, so I try to like push it back a little bit. Some flyaways on top. This part is like kind of problematic.
So that's
like,
the tricky zone.
Yeah, that one.
Oh wait, you gotta show us what that technique was.
Oh yeah, I just kind of like try to rub the product in.
Mush and rub.
I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't work. Now it worked all right. So.
Yeah, I learned some new stuff with this, especially the smush and rub.
Smush and rub.
Towel dry my hair as much as I can, and then I use styling cream. A little goes a long way.
This is the primer coat.
Yeah, primer coat, just all over. Get it sort of where I want it, and then I blow dry it. This side tends to stick up a bit.
Yeah.
And so I, put pressure on it there. And in the back too, I have a cowlick back here, so it'll, sometimes stand up as well. It's a little high maintenance, but this is what I have to do.
Yeah.
And I kind of curl it back a bit.
The roll.
The roll.
That is advanced, I like it.
And then
the Melanin gets just
the hair pomade. Put some on the sides to tame the sides because my hair tends to stick straight up.
Right.
Have a slight part, but keeping it loose still.
Right. Yeah,
And that's about it.
Like, paste it down.
Yeah. I usually do this summertime.
Like any good surfer, you're doing it your own way.
Exactly.
All right, guys, that's it. If you got any style questions for GQ, leave them in the comments, and we'll see you next time.
The ladies, they love my hair. I'm always getting stopped on the street or like on the train. They're always like, oh my gosh, like, I want to touch your hair. And I'm just like, I had a few missed appointments and then it just kept going. And, and then this happened.
And you've been blowing it off for a year and a half. And this is where we get.
Yeah.
You don't shower in the morning, right?
I actually wash my hair like 2 to 3 times a week. It takes about 40 minutes for me to like detangle and wash and comb. I've realized that if I don't keep my hair moisturized, it will like break off. I like this one because it's actually very light, so it works really well for my hair. I go through a lot of hair products too.
Yeah, it's a lot of hair to moisturize.
It's a lot of hair, so it's definitely like 2 more.
Yeah.
For the back of my head, I just kind of do like just a crazy like swipe it all over the place. I generally spray on this Mizani Miracle Milk. It's kind of like my leave-in conditioner. Just kind of spray it all over. and then give it like one quick wipe down. Sometimes I do use this oil. This is made by Dark and Lovely. I don't like using it that much because I feel like it gets all over the place. And
Just when you need to.
This is something that you put on like right after you get out the shower. Before you get dressed, you will probably put this in your hair.
So you don't drip this on your shirt?
Then like drop on the towel.
So once you're well moisturized, what do you do? What are the finishing touches before you walk out the door?
I do this. And then do that. The top of my hair tends to always fall flat, so I'm always doing this.
You want the full arc.
I need the full arc.
Yeah.
You know, I just gotta make sure like the sides are right, and then the back of it tends to get flat too, because I sleep on my back.
I'm gonna try the rustle and pop. It doesn't quite work.
You know, it works.
So thanks, Reggie. One of the all-time great afros. Thanks for taking us through it.
It's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
All right, guys, that's it. If you got any style questions for GQ, leave them in the comments, and we'll see you next time.